All right, y'all. So the FCC is doing it again. They're trying to take our band away. Let's talk about it. So the FCC is doing it again, y'all. They're trying to take some of our band space or bandwidth away. This time it is the 3 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz. It's a gigahertz band. But before we get into that, please make sure you click on the subscribe button down at the bottom right hand corner so you don't miss any of the videos that I do, and make sure you click on the bell icon as well. So basically what this is all about, well, first off, let me explain what the 3 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz bands are for. Now, they're not standard bands like you would use for talking on, like 2 meter or 440 or anything like that. No, they're for this right there, for Wi-Fi. You're right, it's for Wi-Fi. Now, these frequencies, for typical commercial use, there's not, or there is, quite a bit of traffic on there. But with amateur radio, we actually have a portion of Wi-Fi channels that are available on commercial routers with a simple reprogramming that is available for us to use exclusively. And we're not limited to the low power output. We can do like 2-3 times the amount of power output as a commercial Wi-Fi router will. So we can go a whole lot more. Now, of course, you have to have line of sight and you have to have a directional antenna, but a lot of stuff is available for us as hams to use with this. So let's talk about that just a minute. So basically what this means is you can have people or hams set up all over the place, all over your local area, and they can have the nodes and they can do connect to connect to each other. I can't talk today, y'all. They connect to each other and relay signals. It's kind of like the old packet system. The old packet system used to be, and instead of having a very slow, what was it, 2400 baud, 1200 baud, or 9600 baud. No, it is super fast, just like it is with your regular internet connection. That's how fast it can be, y'all. But it's not necessarily connected to the internet. It can be, though, and that's what's really cool about this. Now, you do have to have line of sight, so getting up on an elevation, not having trees and stuff, is a major requirement for this. Let me show you what I got here, okay? I have nothing in my way in that direction. Now, in this direction over here, I got some trees going off, and that's why we had to put my tower, or an extra 10 foot of pole up above my tower to get across the hill and over the trees. But we got it. That's how my internet works. But as you can see, there's nothing in the way to the northeast of me, and that goes all the way up into Dallas, or into Fort Worth, into Burleson, which is just, I don't know, maybe 15-20 miles from me. I can connect directly to them from a 20-foot tower that I have on the side of my shed. So what can it be used for, you ask? Well, here's the thing. With this, you can use voice communications. You can have a regular phone system, just like you probably have at your work. It uses voice over IP, and which is voice over internet protocol. And this allows you to have a regular phone system. Each station will have a individual address, and you can connect to them, pick up the phone, punch in a number, and talk to them just like you do on telephone. But it's all over RF. There's no wires required, there's no internet required, nothing like that. Another thing that you can do is set up a wireless camera or a controllable camera that's movable. Now, this was actually used here not too long ago. Right now it's Christmas Day that I'm recording this, 2019. Back in the spring, we had an outbreak of tornadoes. We had like 15 tornadoes that hit the DFW area and points to the east. One of the local mesh networks had a camera that was on their network, and it was able to see the lowering from the cloud before it became a tornado and hit northeast Dallas. So the local National Weather Service was able to look at that camera and say, yep, there's a lowering there, we better set off the sirens. And they did. So it made it nice for them to be able to look at a screen and see a picture, a live picture that wasn't, a live video, let me put it that way, a live video of what was happening. Not individual pictures, not okay, here's one picture, okay, here's another picture, okay, here's another, not like it used to be when it took 5 minutes to transfer an image that was, this little bitty. No, it's a full HD system that you can see a video on, a live video, and look what's going on in your area. Just like you have on your TV sets, on your news channels rather, they have the sky cams or whatever. They're up on a tower and they see the sky over the metroplex like we have here. These can be inside or at your shack. You own them and other people can see them. It's great for MCOM. It's great for weather spotting. It's great for just an everyday use, saying, oh wow, look at the sky. I mean, woo, look at my sky. It's beautiful right now, y'all. And it's Christmas Day. It's like, I don't know, 70 degrees out. No, I don't have white Christmas this year, unfortunately. No. One time in my life, my 40 years, I think I've had a white Christmas, and that was just a little bit. Anyways, back to what I was saying. There's so much that can be used on this. Another feature I can think of just off the top of my head. Text chatting. If you're on the radio and you're handling a net and you need to send a quick message to, say, the National Weather Service or to another station or another emergency center or something like that, you get on your keyboard, you type a message, and away it goes. And you have a live chat between multiple people so they can all see the same information, and you're not tied up with a radio or a phone or whatever. You still have both ears to be able to hear the radio. Another feature, set up a file server or a web server. Set whatever forms that you have to use for an emergency. Say you have a certain form that you need to fill out in order to get somebody into a shelter, or get clothes for somebody, or food for somebody, or something like that. Rather than ruffling through your file system and saying, okay, well, here's the file, how do I get this to the person, or needing a filing system in the field. No, you get on your computer, you type it out on your computer, and you send it. It goes over the airwaves rather than over the internet, and everybody fills out the same form. Everybody fills it out the same way. It looks the same no matter who does it. Now, you might be worried that people that aren't hams can get onto it. Yes and no. You cannot have encryption like you do on the internet. You can't have that. So it is able to be intercepted, or if you have somebody that's smart enough, it is able to be intercepted, and people can probably figure out a password to it. But you can have a password to it, and there is functions where you can kick somebody off if they're not a ham. But it's still useful. And the FCC wants to take that away from us. They want to give it to new smart systems, self-driving cars, and little like point-to-point communications, data communication sync for something else. Why? Why take it away from people that are actually using it to give it to some commercial? Like, well, I'll tell you why. The reason is these big telecom conglomerates need more band room, and they're taking away from us, the amateur. Please don't let them do that. Don't let them take it away from us. There are so many uses and so much out there that we can do on these two frequencies. Now, they're not planning on taking the entire band away, but I'm not saying that's a good thing, because the portion of the band that they want to take away is the portion we can have access to, that commercially available Wi-Fi routers can get to. The portion that they want to leave us with, we can't get to. That means that everybody that has put in hundreds or thousands of dollars to make a mesh network infrastructure to help the local people around you and me did it for nothing. They did it for nothing. If this happens, they have done it for nothing. So let's not let them do that. Okay? Now, there's several ways you can help. You can go to the FCC, and I'll link in the description below. I'll link some links that you can go to. One of them is a simple, quick little online form that you can fill out. Another is instructions on how to do it manually via the mail, I believe. And I'll also link a link to the Arden forums that gives you a template on some stuff to say. Now, if you're going to do this, and I beg you, please do this, share this video with your ham friends, with your section managers, with your whoever. You know, you don't have to be a ham in order to sign this, to send this letter, to make a complaint, I guess you could say, to the FCC about this. Share it with your friends. Ask them to do it as well. But go online, fill out these forms, send the letters, get your local ham community involved in this, and let's save our bands. They've taken enough from us already, y'all. Don't let them take more. Please share this video, and I hope to see you again later. Save our spectrum, y'all. Oh, one more thing. The ARRL. Yes, I know not everybody likes the ARRL, but they are our link between the local John Smith, Joe, Bob, whatever, ham radio operator and what is the FCC. They are our go-between. There's a fund. It is the Spectrum Defense Fund, and it is extremely underfunded. Now, when you get these big telecom conglomerates, they hire the high-priced lawyers, they hire the high-priced lobbyists, and people that will go to the FCC, that will go to the government and say, we need this because this is why. We need that too. We as hams need that too. And that's what this fund is for. And like I said, it is extremely underfunded. I'll leave a link in the comments in the description below for that fund where you can take out a couple dollars, you know, $1, $5, whatever. You know, there's so many hams in the US. If everybody did $1, we'd have a lot of money. So go to that, donate a couple dollars to the defense fund, because that is what the ARRL needs to help us fight this. That and your support, leaving comments on the FCC about these two things. I will also link the two docket packets that will give you the entire legalese mumbo jumbo wording on what exactly they're doing. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. Please share this video. Help save our spectrum. Leave comments on the FCC posts. Send letters to your section managers. Send this video to your section managers. If they don't know about it, they need to. And they need to spread the word to their sections, spread the word to your club, spread the word to your friends, to your local hams, whatever. But let's get this out there to save our spectrum. Thank you all very much for watching, y'all. This is K5CLM. I am signing out now. 73.